Do you think it's important to be a good friend to your friends? I do. What are ways that we can be good friends? Well, we can spend time with our friends. We can share with them. We can listen to them. And we can tell the truth. And when we don't do one of those things, we can say we're sorry and ask them to forgive us. Our book today is about Joe, who had some trouble telling the truth. Joe and the Not So Little Lie, a book about telling the truth by Lucy Bell, illustrated by Michael Garton. It is a Spark House Family book. Blink. One morning, Joe woke up and looked at the bright sun. What a wonderful day. Joe started walking to meet his friends at the big rock. Joe saw something gold and shiny on the grass. What's this? He wondered. Did Rufus forget his horn? Joe picked up Rufus's horn and began to march. He tooted it high and low, just like Rufus. He blew loud sounds and soft sounds. But then Joe dropped the horn, and clang, it fell on a rock. It's only a little dent, Joe thought. Rufus will never know. Joe walked quickly towards the field. Up ahead, he saw rows of yellow flowers. What's this? He wondered. This must be Hal's garden. Joe started prancing through the flowers. He walked in circles and loops, and he ran in zigs and zags. Then Joe looked back, and his smile turned into a frown. There was a trail of broken leaves and flower petals behind him. It's only a little mess, Joe thought. Hal will never know. Joe started walking quickly towards the berry bushes. Joe saw some bushes up ahead. A basket of berries was on the ground. What's this? He wondered. Ava picked all the biggest, juiciest berries. He reached into the basket to taste a few. Delicious. He started shoveling berries in his mouth. He gobbled up more and more. Joe looked down into the basket. He'd eaten almost all the berries that Ava had picked. Just then, he heard Rufus howling and blowing his horn. Joe, Rufus called, my horn has a dent. How did that happen? I don't know. Maybe Hal dropped your horn, said Joe. Ah! Hal came running to Joe and Rufus. My flowers, my plants, they are ruined. Who did this? I don't know. Maybe Ava stomped through your field, said Joe. Ah! Joe heard Ava crying as she ran to them. Someone ate the berries I was picking all morning. Where did they go? I don't know. Maybe Rufus found your basket? The friends all looked at Joe. Joe, did you do this? They asked. Joe looked down at the ground. Your horn, the field, so many berries. Joe shut his eyes. He knew his friends were angry. He knew he wasn't telling them the truth. Maybe a prayer would help. Dear God, I told a lie and then another and another. Now my friends are angry. Help me to tell the truth so I can make things better. Amen. Joe opened his eyes and faced Rufus. I dropped your horn on a rock. That is why it's dented. He turned to Hal. And I stepped on your flowers and plants, Hal. And finally he looked at Ava. I ate all those berries without asking you first. Joe faced all three of them. His voice sounded small and quivery. I'm sorry I did those things. And I'm sorry I told you lies about what I did. Will you forgive me? Rufus looked at Joe. If you want to play my horn, ask me. I forgive you. Hal pointed to the field. I know you like to play there. Just watch out for my flowers. I forgive you. Ava held up her basket. I can pick extra berries for you next time. I forgive you. Joe looked at his friends and breathed a deep breath. He felt a lot better. The friends started to walk to the big rock, but Joe stopped them. He reached out to Rufus. I can use my hooves to tap out that dent in your horn. Then I want to go to the field. Maybe I can help replant some flowers, he said to Hal. Ava, give me your basket. I'll go to the berry bushes to pick more. Maybe Joe wouldn't play at the big rock that day, but it was still a good day. The end. Rufus made several mistakes, and then he lied about it. But he also ended up telling the truth and asking for forgiveness. And guess what? His friends forgave him. It's a great story about us when we mess up, to say we're sorry. And it's also a great story about us to remember to forgive our friends. See you soon.